What's going on, YouTube? I'm back, and today I'm bringing you guys kind of a different video than I normally do. I'm going to be talking about what I think the current state of Overwatch is and, you know, what the future holds. You know, this is just my opinion. I just want to preface by saying that. I don't want anyone to feel like what I'm saying is fact. But I just, you know, I've been getting some requests lately to talk about my thoughts and how I feel about the current game, and more specifically at the moment, the Bridget meta. Now, I don't know if you guys have played Overwatch in the new season, Season 10, but there's this new hero called Bridget, or Brigitte, or Baguette. I've heard people pronounce it and call her many different names. But the only thing that really matters is the balance of the current new hero, and the hero right now is ridiculously broken, and the hero is just, it's basically a paladin. It has an insane health pool, has healing ability, a bunch of stun abilities, and incredible survivability all mixed into one. Now, there's a couple reasons why I have an issue with this hero from a competitive standpoint. Number one, it doesn't really take that much mechanical skill to get really high use out of the hero, and to be honest with you, it doesn't even really take that much game awareness, to be honest. I mean, the hero's almost unkillable. With the stun mechanic and the shield mechanic, it's really hard to find yourself out of position with this hero. And, you know, for all the shit that we've given Mercy mains over the past couple months, maybe even the years that we've given Mercy mains a tough time, and they would always respond with, you know what, at least you have to have game sense to play Mercy. Now, I always laughed at that, I always scoffed at that, because every hero takes game sense, right? Every single hero. Now, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I actually think that Mercy is harder than Bridget. I think she takes more game awareness. Okay, so say for example, you are playing Mercy and a Tracer and a Genji are on you because you're healing your team and they're focusing you, right? You can't really do much except be proactive and position yourself in an area where the Tracer and the Genji can't really harass you, right? With Bridget, she doesn't even have this problem, because if she gets caught out alone, all she has to do is just use her shield, use her stuns, and she can basically fend off the flankers, no problem. And even if she does overextend, she's going to require so much focus, so much teamwork just to take her down because of that shield and the stuns. She can almost fight any hero one-on-one for long enough for her team to help her. Now, I think that for heroes to be really effective in Overwatch, they need to at least have some type of mechanical skill required. Now, I do realize that Overwatch isn't a traditional FPS game. You know, it kind of has MOBA elements mixed into it, but fundamentally it is an FPS game. And I feel like with heroes like Bridget and Junkrat and Symmetra, you know, not to change the subject, but these heroes don't really take traditional mechanical FPS skill. Now, I realize that Overwatch is different, but with these heroes in the game, whether they're balanced, whether they're OP, you know, how much Blizzard wants to value mechanical skill and mechanical prowess to create skill gaps for their players, you know, that's up to them. You know, in terms of balancing, is this OP, is it not? But I think there's one thing that we all forget with these heroes like Symmetra and Junkrat and Bridget. And I think the thing that Blizzard forgets, and I think we all forget sometimes, just because a hero is balanced and is quote-unquote viable, I don't think that is necessarily a good thing. Now, let me explain. Junkrat is not fun to play with on your team. He's not fun to synergize with on your team. And I think the same thing goes for heroes like Symmetra. You know, Mercy is okay. I'll give her a pass, but you know, you guys probably know how I feel about Mercy in general, but I'll give her a pass. Now, these heroes like Moira, even, I'll throw Moira into this as well, they don't really take that much mechanical skill, and you get such high value, such good use out of them. Now, well, going back to what I was saying about hero balancing, just because a hero is balanced and viable doesn't mean that it's good for the game. Junkrat, right? Blizzard thought he had a low pick rate, so they buffed him up, and now he's almost viable in every single situation, I would say. Junkrat is pretty good on offense, he's pretty good at defense, when before he had a very niche role in the game. And he was picked by pros just in very niche situations. And I think that is the best thing for these heroes like Symmetra and Junkrat that don't really take mechanical skill. They should be very niche, right? Because, not to sound like a broken record, they're not fun to synergize with and they're not fun to play against. So if these heroes are infinitely viable like Blizzard seems to want to make them. You know, they're buffing heroes based off of pick rate, and I think that is just a terrible, terrible mistake. Because they're forgetting the most important thing. How fun is the game to play, right? I think that is the most important thing. How fun is the actual game itself? Junkrat, if I was a game developer and I made a game, I wouldn't want Junkrat to be picked much higher than he already was before he got the double mine buff. I think he was in a perfect spot because he's infuriating to play against. And if the players aren't having fun playing your title, have you really done your job as a game developer? And the same thing goes for Symmetra. It's not fun to play against. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to even have on your team. There's a few players who, for whatever reason, decide that they're going to one-trick this hero. I don't know why. It's strange. I'll never understand it myself. But the fact remains, these heroes are not good for Overwatch. You know, it doesn't matter if you like to play these heroes, right? Like, I've heard Jeff Kaplan come out and say before that he wants everybody to be able to play their heroes, and they never want to have people banned for not picking the quote-unquote meta heroes. I understand where he's coming from. You know, you shouldn't be forced to play any hero you want. I get that. But why does the needs of such a small amount of players outweigh the needs of the entire game itself? The entire gaming experience is being outweighed by these Junkrat players and these Symmetra players that Blizzard, for whatever reason, wanted them to have a place in Overwatch. I get that we want to be inclusive, but you always have to think, what is the cost of this? You know, what are we paying? Like, if those heroes are really strong, and McCree is really strong, why does the gap between a Junkrat one-trick and a top 500 Grandmaster, even professional hit scan player, why does that gap have to be small? I don't think in any game having a low skill gap is a good thing, because the casuals don't really care for skill gap, and they're fine, you know? They're going to play Fortnite, right? They're going to play CSGO. They're going to try out... What's that one game called? That something Lawbreakers, I think. They're gonna jump all over the board, you know. They're gonna play League of Legends on the side. They're gonna play all these different games on the side. So I don't think Blizzard should be evaluating hero buffs and hero balances based off pick rates and inclusivity. I think that their mentality in terms of hero balance should always be, at least they should always be valuing a high skill gap above all else, and the gaming experience. What does Overwatch feel like in the big picture as a whole? And if these heroes are strong, you see these heroes like Moira, Junkrat, and now Bridget. All these heroes, they don't really take mechanical skill, and I think it's bad for the whole game. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're just biased because you're a hit scan player. I'm not biased at all. You know, these players, you know, I'm just going to keep repeating myself. So you guys get the point I'm trying to make. And I pray to God that they hope that they nerf Bridget soon, because I'm not even going to play on my main account until they change that hero, because the meta right now is so strange. It's so messed up. I never know what's happening. It's just craziness, dude. I can't believe the health pool that is in the games right now. But, you know, I just wanted to share this video with you guys because a lot of people were asking for it, just to kind of get how I feel about the game in Season 10 at the moment. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to join my Discord. Follow me on Twitter. All my links are down below. Most importantly, follow me on Twitch. Catch the live streams. I just got a new streaming PC, so the streaming quality is getting better and better every single day. And, you know, we're working towards getting partnered. So any support is needed. You know, I don't need donos. Don't need subscriptions. All I really want in life is your viewership. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great night. Oh, and one more thing. I've started Season 10 on a ridiculous hot streak. I won like 10 games in a row today. It was absolutely insane. One thing I'll tell you guys, Zarya and McCree, and a little bit of Soldier, those three heroes, mainly those two, Zarya and McCree, are absolutely disgustingly powerful, as you just saw there. 4,529 SR. As you can see, things that have been going good, and I'm still complaining because I'm not biased. Thank you so much for watching.